And we are back. Welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. It's Panda here. And we now have clothes on. Yay. Now, be more careful going through the door this time, would you? Bumps are not my friend right now. I'm so sorry we tried this. Emi shrugs and grunts. Well, it was worth a shot, right? And anyway, it was good exercise, right? Can't argue that. She does have a fair point. As we make our way to the nurse's office, I notice that Emi keeps shifting uncomfortably in her seat. God, this feels weird. Good thing I'm in a wheelchair, so... Oh, shit. Did you really need to ask Hisao? You couldn't figure out? Why is that? Because now I don't have to explain to the nurse why I'm walking footed. We're never doing this again. The nurse is at least kind enough to not comment on the marks that Emi left on my shoulders. Nor does he say a word about Emi's constant shifting about in her wheelchair. Either he didn't notice or he didn't want to notice. All the same, I'm going to have to make sure he didn't slip cyanide into my medication for a little while. Just to be safe. I shower for longer than usual just to be sure I'm clean of our little experiment, and then collapse on my bed. Class is in 20 minutes, so I can probably afford a nap. You are going to sleep through the entire day, my man. Oh god. Knock knock. Who's there? Who's there? That's not how the joke goes at all. Who the fuck is it? Oh my god. I already said who's there. More importantly, what time is it? Even more importantly, what day? I am suddenly catapulted into wakefulness by both the fact that the knocking still hasn't stopped and the fact that it's noon. Oh shit. On a school day. Now fully awake, I can remember why I was napping. Better not give that excuse to Mattel. Sorry I wasn't in class. I was experimenting sexually with my girlfriend and it tired me out. You really should try that with them. Yeah, that'll go over well. I wonder how long this knocking is going to continue. Guess I ought to answer the door. Oh, it's fucking Kenji! I am strangely unsurprised to see Kenji on the other side. Though it appears that Kenji is surprised to see me. The hell are you doing here, man? Well, I was sleeping. Kenji nods in understanding. Knocked out, I see. Told you to be careful around that bizarro chick, man. This is the sort of thing that happens when you aren't cautious. He makes an attempt to look at the back of my head. Did she hit you with something? Or was it a drug? They're trying to touch me. Kenji produces a flashlight and shines it in my eyes. You got a concussion? I wasn't knocked out, man. Fuck. Maybe you just don't remember. This conversation isn't going anywhere. No, I just had a tiring morning and fell asleep. Whatever, man. If you want to be in denial about this, I guess I can't stop you. But you gotta watch out for that girl, man. She's not safe. What? She's not safe to be around. She's one of the most sinister agents. If you're not careful, there's no telling what could happen. She's brought down stronger men than you know. What the hell are you talking about? She's not an agent of anything. She didn't knock me out, okay? I also highly doubt that she's brought down anyone at all. Kenji looks almost offended. I have no idea why. You don't believe me? That's cold, man. Real cold. I'm just trying to look out for you. That's what friends do, you know? With friends? I had no idea. Then again, I wonder if Kenji knows what being a friend even entails. I feel something like a pity for him, standing there before me. Maybe he does think he's looking out for me. I know. I'm sorry about that. Thanks for the warning. I hold up my hand as a sign of peace. Kenji shakes it gingerly, like my hand could possibly be on fire. There's an awkward silence for a few seconds before Kenji remembers that he's still shaking my head. Anyway, sorry. Anyway, I need a favour. What kind of favour? I'm out of money. No you aren't. You've got money kept in your desk drawer under a black notebook for emergencies. Did you ransack my room? That's not important. I don't need money anyway. He adopts a very serious tone. I'm about to undertake a major op. It'll blow the whole conspiracy wide open if I'm right. But it's dangerous, so I need you to do something for me in case I don't come back. Sure man, anything. What the hell is he planning on doing? Should I be telling someone about this? If I go missing, wait 3 days and then mail my journal off to the newspapers. It's hidden in my room under a false bottom in one of my desk drawers. How do I get into your room? I don't have a key. Kenji looks at me like I'm crazy. So pick the lock. You know how to do that, right? It's an important skill to learn at a young age. Yeah, of course I know how. I'll be sure to do that for you if you go missing. I don't think I want to read Kenji's journal. Either way, Kenji seems pretty happy that I've agreed to do this thing for him. Great man, great. I'll see you around, I've got stuff to do. Phew, and he's gone. Dashing down the hallway. He made it seem so final. I hope I don't have to carry out his final wishes. Do a eulogy for him. Shaking my head, I close my door and walk back to my bed. Guess I should go to class, if only to catch the last half of the day. But I've come this far without going to class today. I did want to read more of that Hawking book Mattel lent me. I'm sure he'll understand. Oh, knock. That's a different knock. Now this could either potentially be Shizune and Misha or Emmy. Or it could be Mattel. Although I don't really see Mattel coming all the way to my dorm room to find out why I didn't go to school today. This time the noise jerks my attention away from my book. An experience not unlike being woken up. Who's there? Me. Hey! See? Told you. It was Emmy. Me! Aren't you glad? The voice is muffled through the door, but unmistakably Emmy's. I hop up and open the door, smiling broadly. Hey, nice to see you again. Emmy grins back, staring up at me from her wheelchair. Yeah, you would have seen me earlier, but the damned elevator wasn't working. Had to wait for them to fix it. You'd think they could keep it in better order too, but no. I chuckle a bit at her vexed expression and invite her in. Come in, maybe have some sex. She wheels in easily and with my help she hops onto my bed. There, much more comfortable than that stupid chair. A sigh of contentment hangs in the air and for a minute we both just stare at one another. It's at this point that I notice the circles under Emmy's eyes. They're not that dark, but they definitely weren't there before. Before I can ask about them, Emmy fixes me with a mischievous stare. So, I couldn't help but notice you weren't at lunch today. In fact, I don't think I saw you at all. What happened, I fell asleep. I actually didn't wake up until lunch, and only then because Kenji woke me up. What had you so tired, Strenuous workout this morning, slightly uncomfortable too. Emmy coughs, a half-laughing, half-embarrassed noise. Remind me not to do that again. No problem. It wasn't exactly great for me either, to be honest. Well, we'll just avoid that from now on. I think that's a pretty good idea. Are you, still sore? Emmy stares at me in disbelief. What? It's a legitimate question. Of all the questions I never thought I'd be asked, that's one of them. Oh, I read that wrong. Well, I didn't ever expect to have to ask it, so we're even. Emmy laughs at this. I guess so, huh? Well, since you asked, yes, I'm still a little sore. We're never doing that again. No arguments from here. A yawn escapes her, and I raise an eyebrow. Tired? Emmy nods sleepily. Have a sleep in my bed. I won't reject the option. Or maybe we're just going to talk about your dad. Haven't slept well. Not sleeping well? I can tell that she didn't mean to tell me this either because she gives a little start like, She's just been caught lying and hastens to add, "It's not a big deal though. What's the trouble?" Emi shrugs and refuses to elaborate. Stressed over exams? Another shrug, but after a pause, Emi nods hesitantly. Yeah, I guess, you bullshit. Actually, that's why I stopped by." She begins to look more and more miserable. Not so you'd noticed, of course, but her eyes are on her lap. She's fidgeting and her voice is quiet. We need to stop hanging out so much." "Huh? Why?" Emi takes a deep breath, like she's been practicing this. "Because you're too much fun to be around. And I can't concentrate when you're near me. With exams coming up soon, I just can't have that distraction. Otherwise my grades will be pretty lousy, I'm afraid." "I could help you study." She smiles at me, clearly unhappy with the situation. "I'd love it if you could, but we wouldn't actually study, would we?" "No, we'd be banging." "I mean, even now, I'm trying to have a conversation with you, but I kinda just want to, not converse." Overwhelmed by my rugged manliness? I understand. That earns me a grin at least. Emi shakes her head. "Idiot, you're full of yourself." "Well, I am pretty irresistible." More or less, I guess." "So that's the situation, Hisao. I have too much fun around you, and if I'm going to go into exams prepared, I need to be alone." "Hey, that's okay. It really seems to have been bothering her. Besides, it's only a couple of weeks, and we'll still see each other in the mornings and at lunch. We can just hang out at school, no problem. And after exams, we'll go on a date to celebrate their being over, okay?" Emi grins, pleased by this proposal. "Yeah, sure, that sounds great." As if to signal the end of the conversation, she leans in and kisses me. The rest of the night is not spent worrying about exams. Oh! I take it that means more sex. Not for me, of course, but they, sort of get down and dirty and do the deed as such. It's weird how easily Emi and I can keep from seeing one another after class now. Actually, I'd venture to say that it's vaguely disturbing. As easily as we'd come together, we seem to have split apart without much trouble. Well, I guess that's not exactly true. We'd both been pretty bummed after last night together. And we get to see each other every morning for our runs. And just our runs, I might add. Lunch too. I especially enjoy lunchtime with her. We have plenty of time to talk about everything outside of school, whereas the morning runs have become increasingly businesslike. I think it's because Emi wants to make up for our foolery in the storage shed. But no matter how much we joke at lunch, I can't help feeling a little worried about her. She seems distracted more often, and I've caught her fidgeting nervously more than once. Never figured her to be someone who cared that deeply about exams, but they certainly seem to be taking their toll, even though they haven't even started. This is just the run-up, the deep breath before the plunge. Tomorrow, the real trials begin. Or the real exams, anyway. As for me, I don't actually feel that worried about exams at all. I'm not sure why. I mean, they're pretty important. My scores here will determine my odds of getting into a good university. Hell, if I'm too cavalier now, it could spell doom for my academic career. But going into them, I feel confident that I'll come out on the other side okay. Mattel thinks I've got the science examination locked up at any rate. Or as he says, "The last thing that should give you trouble in my exam is how it's always beneath it. It's way... I give up. It's way beneath your talents." Then again, it is Mattel who's telling me this. His praise of me carries the veiled implication that anything less than perfect from me would be a disappointment, which has actually caused me to fret more than I should about the exam. It's for that reason that I find myself in the library after class, poring over the textbook. Pretty simple things to look over. Some formulas of velocity, a few bits about friction, Oh, I'm sure you know a lot about friction, don't you, Hisao? A walk in the park compared to my dreaded English exam. Never was good with languages. Even English? Oh wait, that's right, we're in Japan. As I flip through my notes one more time, my mind begins to wander. Tell me, wonder, wonder, wonder. After these exams are over, things should get easier. Soon we'll be graduated, then off to college hopefully. I remember my abortive attempt to find out what Emmy plans to do after high school. She avoided the subject pretty deftly, as I recall. Heck, it seems that just about every time I push too hard, she dances around the subject. Yes, you seem to have a tendency to push too hard, if you know what I mean. Or distracts me through other means. Like a few days ago at lunch when Rin wasn't around. Ha! Oh my god, you two! You little sex kittens. I've done it! I'm startled from my reverie by Yuko's triumphant shout. Gah! Yuko seems mortified at my sudden starting. Oh my god! I'm so sorry, I just got... and I really wasn't... It's just that... As she stutters, I move to quickly calm her down before she gets too agitated. Let me guess, it's about the books that have gone missing. Whoa! Hey! Whoa! My words seem ineffective. Yuko continues to work herself into a complete frenzy. And it's a library, and I shouldn't be... Easy there, just calm down. Oh god, now she's bawling her eyes out. Jesus. And really, I'm setting a bad example, and now if I get fired, I can't do anything right. Yuko! God! Shouting seems to work, though I draw the ear of several other students studying in the library. Yuko snaps to attention like a soldier who's just heard the captain back in order. Sorry, calm down, it's okay. You just startled me a little, and that's only because I was daydreaming instead of studying. So really, you got me back on task. This is a complete lie, but it seems to work. Yuko takes a deep breath and seems to calm down a little, though she keeps shifting around with a nervous energy that seems awfully familiar. So, what's got you so excited anyway? Oh, the Yamaku cat burglar! Yeah, I knew it. To her credit... Oh, wait, the cat. The cat? The cat. I vaguely remember the cat burglar, but I don't remember his sort of story. Or its sort of story. To her credit, Yuko manages to convey her intense excitement in a whisper. Oh god, we're into a whisper. I think I know who it is. I got an anonymous tip as their identity. So I did some spying, and I think the tipster was right. Oh really? And who was this, burglar? Yuko shuts her mouth, shaking her head decisively. Nope, can't tell you that. Why not? It's between me and the burglar. I can't risk you warning him that I'm onto his game. So you think I'm on the burglar's side? He could tip his hand early and blow town. Then I'm left with no perk. Oh. When did Yuko start talking like a hard-boiled detective? I wouldn't warn them, why would I care? If you've got to ask that question, then you don't need to know. This information is on a need-to-know basis. And you don't need. That doesn't make any sense, but okay. Congratulations, I guess? Thanks. What for? The cat burglar thing? Yuko nods and smiles appreciatively. So, studying for exams? Well, that was the plan. I'm not having much luck though. Really? Is it because you can't find a book? No, it's because I keep on wanting to drill Emmy hard. I'm really sorry. I've been meaning to clean the shelves for weeks now, but I keep getting distracted. I'm so sorry. Whoa, wait. It's not that. I've got my book right here. To illustrate the point and hopefully calm Yuko down, I show her the textbook in front of me. My mind just keeps wandering is all. Tell me what I can. Is it because of the noise in here? I'm trying to be more strict about the noise levels, but I can't bring myself to yell at people. That doesn't surprise me, Yuko. I mean, aren't their lives hard enough without me throwing my authority around? If you don't want to throw your authority around, you shouldn't have any authority at all. No, it's not the noise level either, I promise. I'm just... hell, I don't know. Worried about Emmy. Go on, say it. Worried about us. Say it. Worried about what happens after we graduate. Say it! Emmy's been kind of weird lately. There you go. Or you could just, kind of insult her by saying she's been weird.